AWA Championship Wrestling. The AWA presents the greatest stars in professional wrestling, bringing you the best in mat action. Hello, I'm Larry Nelson, and right now I'm standing just outside the Kaiser Convention Center. Very soon, we'll be in there. Gagne's AWA bringing the greatest wrestlers in the world here for a major league event. Right now, we're at a tailgate party, and I mean an event. It's a beautiful day. Are we having a good time? Yeah, absolutely. Right. Who'd you come here to see? The Bay Area, the home of Earthquake Ferris, the hometown favorite. Aunt Kathy, where are you? You're over there, Heidi. You came here to see Scott Ledoux. I know why.
Oh, yeah. No. I came to see my nephew.
Okay. Now we've got also here Lord James Blears and the president of the AWA. We've been getting a lot of letters, people wanting to know if you did exist. Stanley Blackburn is here. Great to have you here.
Thank you very much, Larry. You know, AWA has been in existence now for 35 years. I've been president of it for 26 years. And I think, and I know, that we've got the greatest wrestling and the most ability in the wrestlers anywhere in the world. So if the AWA comes to your town or your area, make an effort to go see it. You'll get your money's worth.
Some of the great champions in the past, if you could reflect.
Oh, the Crusher,
They know.
the Shawn, Bockwinkel, Martel, of course the great Vern Gagne, Stan Hansen, Harley Ray. I
don't think Ray held our belt, but of course out here in the Bay Area.
He was a tag team champion, Ray was.
Okay. The future of the AWA looking bright and growing by leaps and bounds. You got to be a busy man.
I am busy, and AWA stays busy.
Let's talk about something very controversial here. That's the instant replay rule. They're trying to introduce it. Will it come to the AWA?
Absolutely not. If the referee doesn't see it, he can only call what he sees.
The words of Stanley Blackburn.
Only the most advanced watch factory in the world can offer you the first solar-powered, battery-free analog watch for less than $60. It's a Loris. Loris, more watch than humanly possible for less than $60.
Nothing makes your day like helping others make it on their own.
You bring out the pride we all feel inside.
It's going to be easy next week.
It's more than just the job you do. You make America work, and this buzz for you.
Good work.
Here's to you, Beechwood Aged, for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This buzz for you.
What do you need to make a payday?
Peanuts.
To make chocolatey payday?
Peanuts.
And how many peanuts does it take?
It takes a lot of peanuts.
It takes a lot of peanuts.
True.
It takes a lot of peanuts. And if you really love peanuts, you're gonna love payday too.
Regular or chocolatey.
It takes a lot of peanuts. To make a payday candy bar.
Only vulcanized pressure-treated lumber has the diamond label. It's your lifetime guarantee against termites and decay. Find the diamond. It's worth looking for.
Championship Wrestling's strongest tag team, Boris Zbyszko and the Barbarian, highlight an AWA 2-hour special, Tuesday on ESPN. Plus, the teams of Colonel De Beers and Nick Bockwinkel collide in a 6-man free-for-all. Tuesday night at 9 Eastern on ESPN.
Welcome to the Henry J. Kaiser Convention Center. I'm Larry Nelson. This is AWA Championship Wrestling on ESPN. This first match is one fall. There is a 15-minute time limit. First of all, from Afghanistan, weighing in at 310 pounds, Ali Khan. seconded by his manager, Sheik Adnan LKC. His opponent from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 375 pounds, Earthquake Ferris. Your referee is Rich Frisk. Down to ringside to Rod Trongard and Lord James Blair.
Well, good evening, everyone, from the city, by the bay. I'm Rod Trongard, along with my broadcast colleague for the next 2 hours of the very best in professional wrestling, the Major League of Professional Wrestling, the AWA, Lord James Blears, who makes his home in our 50th state on the island of Oahu. Aloha, Lord James Blears.
And hello to all the fans in Hawaii and all over the United States and the world. It's 3 p.m. in Hawaii, 6 p.m. in Oakland, California. It's 8 p.m. in the Midwest, and on the East Coast in Florida, it's 9 p.m. And around the world, you'll have to figure that out. This is where wrestling is all at, the AWA Championship Wrestling. We have two huge men. Remember, when you are big, you're 200 pounds. These men are 375 and 310, respectively. It's going to be a great 2 hours of the best wrestling in the world in this beautiful auditorium where many, many men have wrestled in the past, and I'll be dwelling upon that in just a moment.
Of course, it's the favorite son, Earthquake Ferris, who has just put Ali Khan, of parts unknown, managed by Sheik Adnan LKC, flat on his back. And of course, Earthquake Ferris at 375 pounds, as we say, a favorite son. Look at that. Up and over goes Ali Khan and exits stage left.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Rod. The fans are for the US of A in Oakland. They were screaming USA before we even went on the air. Sheik Adnan LKC outside the ring with his man, Ali Khan. Coming back in the ring. The timekeeper and the referee, of course, watching it. Referee tonight is Rich Frisk. Here we go. A kick to the midsection. Go ahead.
And suddenly Ali Khan has gone to the attack on the hometown hero, that being Earthquake Ferris. Ferris out of Antioch High School and Los Medones College in the San Francisco, Oakland Bay Area. And you have Ali Khan on top of him right now, as you see, and in a chokehold here. Khan on Earthquake Ferris, that referee, Rich Frisk, forcing Ali Khan to break. Meantime, it is Earthquake Ferris still flat on his back, and now with a boot in between the chin and onto the throat area, as you see Sheik Adnan LKC and Ferris not in very good shape right now, Lord James Blears.
Yeah, that's right, Rod. Ali Khan is now dealing out the punishment. He's taking his man now. He's going to turnbuckle him. Smashes him in the turnbuckle. They're both big, tough, and rugged men. You meet these two men in a dark alley, and you better start running the 100 yards fast. Knee dug in the back, putting the pressure on the spine, on the jaw, on the neck. And there's a beautiful shot of two professional wrestlers. Again, I'll repeat this once more. In man-to-man Mortal Kombat, there's no one who can defeat a professional wrestler. The words of Ed Strangler Lewis, 7-time world champion.
Right now, you have Earthquake Ferris muscling his way to his feet. However, dragged back to the canvas as Ali Khan grabbed a hold of the trunk, something that you and I could see, but referee Rich Frisk, I doubt if he could.
Well, Ali Khan knows how to say no. He shakes his head sideways when these referees telling him to lift those things off, the fingers off the throat. As you can see, well, I can. If he does not have the hands across the throat, that is a legal hold. It's perfectly legal, but if he ripped that forearm underneath the chin, here comes the Sheik. He's coming over here to the fans. Over it, there he is. Sheik Adnan LKC, leader of the army.
Shouting in shouting to the crowd is inside the ring. It is Ali Khan working over Earthquake Ferris with a knee lift. Ferris ducks under a right hand. Ali Khan comes right back with a knee onto the chest and bang. Flat on his back again is Earthquake Ferris, the 375-pounder from the Bay Area, Oakland, and San Francisco. Ferris with a lot of hometown fans watching him here tonight in the Kaiser Convention Center. But right now, this match is in the hands of Ali Khan and a neck breaker, and down they go. Khan working over Ferris, and it is Khan just not about to let up. And as Lord James Blears was talking a few moments ago, it's back to the hold with a knee in the small of the back, and then, of course, the hands cupped under the chin as there is tremendous pressure in two different directions at the same time.
Okay, wrestling fans, what's happening now again? The pressure on the spine as Ali Khan pours it on. He's big, rugged, and tough. He has a man thinking for him, and that helps quite a great deal. If the Sheik finds out that the neck or the jaw of the big Earthquake man is not too strong at the moment, he will tell his man, oh, but he's attacking now. He throws his man in. What's this? Oh, what do you call that? A big, well, let's call it a big belly bump, because that's exactly a flying tackle by the Earthquake. Takes his man, slingshots him across the ring.
Oh, the knee comes up into the solar plexus, and it stops Earthquake Ferris dead in his tracks. And now you have Khan going to the side headlock, broken quickly, shoulder block, a hard one in the center of the ring as the two men collide. Again, Ferris now picking him up, the power body slam. Down he goes for 1, 2, and 3. And Earthquake Ferris took this hard shoulder block from Ali Khan. Khan again went off the ropes, and Ferris was ready for him. But now you have Ali Khan pounding away on Earthquake Ferris after this one is all over, and taking him outside of the ring and taking him to the ring post. I'm sure.
That's
Lord
a terrible
James
thing.
Blears,
That's a terrible thing, Rod. A
on the
horrible
direction
thing.
of Sheik Adnan El Casey.
There's a man who won the match fair and square with a tremendous body slam, attacked after the match, and slammed in the steel turnbuckle. And right on his shoulder, looks like, here we go.
Taking a look at it one more time.
Okay, slow-mo. Watch this now. He goes again. A big body slam. Watch this. Oh, Nelly. 1, 2, 3, and it's all over. And we'll be right back.
You know, a big wheeler dealer like me has to keep up on sports. And what's a better deal than picking up a copy of Sports Illustrated? You see...
Sir, I got a better deal.
Right, kid. You see, Sports Illustrated gives me the feeling
Sports Illustrated gave me this Football Follies video cassette. 44 minutes of football's funniest moments. And it's free with my paid subscription.
Free? Come on.
I also got 1/2 off your newsstand price. 27 action-packed weeks for 3 installments of just $9.79 each. Plus, I get their famous swimsuit issue and this NFL schedule. Free. Just call this toll-free number. You can even use your credit card.
Okay, let's get this straight. They get over 50% off the special issues, the schedule, and the free NFL tape. Now, see, kid? That's a great deal.
Gee, sir, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, Sports Illustrated? I want to renegotiate.
Sports Illustrated. Get the feeling.
Call now. 1-800-221-5900.
Tuesday, an ESPN Slams and Jams special. The LA Thunderbirds get the drop on the Bombers in a hair-pulling, back-breaking roller derby war. Both teams' colors will become black and blue. Then Championship Wrestling's strongest tag teams. Boris Zbyszko and the Barbarian headline an AWA show of shows. See the teams of Colonel De Beers and Nick Bockwinkel knock heads in a 6-man free-for-all. Tuesday night Slams and Jams starting at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
I'm standing here between a couple of legends in sports in the Bay Area. To my right, Leo Namalini, who now is the promoter for the AWA. And to my left, Ray Stevens, the matchmaker here for the AWA. Leo, college football All-American, a great career with the San Francisco 49ers, and you brought wrestling back to the top in the Bay Area.
Well, it's great being here, and it's great being in the Oakland area. And, of course, we want to generate more crowds as we go, and we're glad to see these people come out to see the real major league of professional wrestling.
Right here in the AWA. I hear Mama's a mean cook, too.
She sure is.
Okay. Great to have you here. Thanks for all you've done for the AWA and these great promotions, especially tonight.
Oh, we've got a tremendous card and a lot of people that are coming around. Like, for instance, we've got Ray in the matchmaker position scouting the various groups all over the United States, and he's lining up some real fine talent.
You've done a tremendous job making matches tonight, all of them wall-to-wall main events.
Well, you know, we're going to try to bring the best. The AWA has the best wrestlers in the world, the real quality wrestlers, and we do wrestle all over the world, and we're going to make it as big as it ever was right here in the Bay Area. We feel great about coming here. The Bay Area is home to me anymore.
You, Pepper Gomez, used to be in this place, and now you're bringing in other talent just like that.
Well, I'm in a little different position right now. This is just about as tough a job as being a wrestler, as getting these matches made.
I'm sorry, Ray, we're out of time. Leo Namalini and Ray Stevens right here with us in the Bay Area.
This nerd is in for a blast, a frosty Banaka blast, the quick blast of fresh breath that can send your head to places everybody dreams of going.
Is this yours?
The Banaka Blast.
A freshly painted wall doesn't tend to stay that way.
Wash your hands before... Oh.
But if you paint with Lucite wall paint, that darn transmission, Lucite's special formula helps keep dirt on the surface. When dirt doesn't penetrate, it's easy to wash off.
Red is pretty.
So to help keep your walls looking freshly painted despite the test of time and family, use Lucite. The paint that lasts and lasts.
Ice cream is scrumptious.
Ice cream?
Oh, and it crunches.
Ice cream.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
Nestle Crunch ice cream bars are scrumptious.
That's why we love Nestle Crunch.
This next match is for the Ladies Heavyweight Championship of the World. Already in the ring, the challenger from New Orleans, Louisiana, Sherri Martel. Sherri Martel, seconded by Playboy Buddy Rose. The heavyweight champion of the world. From Nashville, Tennessee. Candi Devine. Your referee is Gary DeRusha. Now down to Rod Trongard and Lord James Blears.
Hello again, everyone. Candi Devine and Sherri Martel. With no love lost between the two, they have been in the squared circle before. Right now, the championship is held by Candi Devine. It was formerly held by Sherri Martel. This one is going to be a barn burner, as they say, Lord James Blears.
Certainly are. This is a match that I've been looking forward to talking about. And, of course, the fans always like to see the ladies. And they see tough ladies and beautiful ladies and well-built and strong and skillful. The women have come a long way in the last 40 years of wrestling professionally, spreading all over the world. Japan now, where women always took a back seat to the men in sports. They are now wrestling professionally.
Candi Devine, of course, as we've mentioned previously, being checked over by referee Gary DeRusha, correction, that was Sherri Martel being checked by the referee. Candi Devine, the champion. We have the ringing of the bell. This is underway. It's one fall, 30-minute time limit. Oh, and immediately, Sherri Martel goes to work on the eyes of Candi Devine and grabs a hold of the air. But Candi is very, very quick to fire back. And across the ring goes Sherri Martel. Hey! The leg scissors, and down she comes.
Hell hath no fury. What is it? How does it go?
Such as a woman
scorned, but not scorned in this ring. We're not scorning anybody. We got the fans sitting on the edge of the seats, and it's going to be a great match. These women, these ladies, these wahinas, as we say in Hawaii, the girls are in tremendous physical condition. By the way, sports fans, tomorrow night, Denver, don't forget, at McNichol Arena, the big Wrestle Rock. That's tomorrow night in Denver. It's a must be there in Denver. All you good Denver people, wonderful, great town of Denver, and the biggest card ever presented coming up tomorrow night. Look at the girls.
And, of course, the matches here at the Kaiser Convention Center in Oakland, California are just getting underway. You've got plenty of time to come down and take a look at what tremendous action. Oh, my! Look at the Boston Crab. This could be submission time for Sherri Martel. As Candi Devine, somehow or another, Sherri reverses it, and a very quick move by Candi Devine, and a just as quick a move by Sherri Martel as the action is fast and furious here in the major leagues of professional wrestling. The AWA. It doesn't get any rougher or tougher or quicker or meaner than right here, and you're seeing it live on the Total Sports Network, ESPN. I'm Rod Trongard, along with Lord James Blears.
And of course, Rod, we're going to be here for a long, long time. This evening, this afternoon in Hawaii, this late afternoon on the West Coast, and evening on the East Coast. It's all over the world. AWA, the girls. Ooh! And that looked like that Sherri Martel could have been injured in that one.
Actually, Candi Devine banged a hard right hand at Sherri Martel and may have injured the fist as well. There you see a big back body drop. Devine rocking Sherri Martel from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet and taking her into a side headlock.
And the side headlock, one of the most punishing holds in wrestling, believe it or not. Every kid in school, every youngster, well, the first thing he ever tries in wrestling is a headlock, right, guys? The first thing they ever do, a headlock. That's a nice takedown by the champion. The champion's in the driver's seat right now, the referee down there. The second, of course, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Playboy Buddy Rose. It's wrestling on ESPN, and this is it, the big one from Oakland.
And, of course, yet to come, Nick Bockwinkel, the Barbarian. A six-man tag with Playboy Buddy Rose, Pretty Boy Doug Summers, Alexei Smirnoff against the likes of Curt Hennig and the Midnight Rockers, Marty, Jannetty, and Shawn Michaels. Also Stan the Lariat Hansen against Jerry Blackwell. And we'll be talking more about all of these things as the evening goes on here at the Kaiser Convention Center in Oakland, California. And all this time, Candi Devine had the side headlock on Sherri Martel, who is shaking her head, and she is back in it one more time.
Well, there's a headlock once again. I've spent a lot of time in that ring in the headlock applied by Leo Namalidi in the early 50s when Leo was in his prime, and so was I. Captain Leslie Holmes and I were chased around this arena by Leo the Lion, one of the greatest football players of all time, and wrestlers. And he was a world champion also in 1953. Okay, there she is, the young lady that seconds the World Tag Team Champions in herself in a world title match in the ring here in Oakland.
And you see Candi Devine outside the ring, exactly where Sherri Martel put her. And in the background, Playboy Buddy Rose. And now, down comes Sherri Martel. Candi Devine with a body slam. Candi Devine is going wild here in Oakland, California. Again, a body slam outside that ring, and Sherri Martel has paid a dear, dear price.
That was terrible because two body slams, and that's a hard wooden floor. I mean, it's rock hard, and she's outside the ring. Clapping her hands now. She wants to win this match and retain her title.
She is in a bad way, Lord James Blears. That back may have taken some serious, serious damage. You have taken enough body slams yourself to know that's a heck of a lot different on a wood or a cement floor as opposed to inside that ring.
Yeah, it can really rack you up, and it has done a lot of racking up. But what's this?
Look at it!
Whoa! Up and over she goes.
Very unceremoniously, she is brought into the ring. Look at that! Oh!
Oh, boy. That hurts.
Sherri Martel hurting as Candi Devine is doing it again.
Well, that's not good for you, I'll tell you that.
Bouncing her across the ring, flipping her chest first, face first, from one side and then to the other. And a total look of disdain and disgust. You can't see it, but it was on the face of Candi Devine as she goes back to that side headlock. A very, very punishing maneuver. And so far in this one, Candi Devine has been in control for the championship of the world. Oh, a hard shoulder block.
Up and over. Here we go. What's this? Whoa, a reverse headlock. Candi goes forward. She's really showing her championship colors now. But she gets kicked, the young lady.
Sherri Martel came up with that boot and caught Candi Devine unawares. And now, suddenly, it is Martel who has taken control of this match. And she knows she has Devine in trouble. Takes her head over that top rope and then jerks her back to the center of the ring. As you see, Candi Devine holding on to her throat. And now it is Martel with the leg drop right across the throat of Candi Devine.
Well, when girls get mad, you can see exactly what's happening. And we all know, fellas, we all know when a woman gets mad, she can really go wild. What's that? Ripping and tearing at the eyes. Not very ladylike, but it's professional wrestling. And they have the same rules as the men, and maybe they go a little further.
Oh, you hear Candi Devine shrieking in pain from the shoulder blocks. And now a reversal. And again a reversal. A hard forearm smash by Sherri Martel. And Martel, grabbing hold of the hair, bangs Candi Devine into Gary DeRusha. Oh, DeRusha is in the corner as Sherri Martel drives the shoulder from the center of the ring. And here she comes again. But it's DeRusha who takes the punishment. It's DeRusha whose head crashes onto the canvas. Oh, my.
Boy, and he came down right on his head, the top of his head.
DeRusha is stunned. You see him staggering around the center of the ring. Sherri Martel attacking Candi Devine from the backside.
And the match is still going on, even though the head scissors was applied to the referee. Here we go again, a big flying tackle in the corner. Martel backing up again, charges in, throws one into the solar plexus, chokes her girl, or I should say her man, but chokes her opponent in the corner. Grabs her now by the arm, slingshots across in the turnbuckle, charges in. Double leg Nelson.
1, 2. No, they only got 2. They only got 2. I thought it was all over there, Lord James Clear.
So did I. That was a double leg Nelson. There's a small package.
And a quick cover. Martel is hanging onto the rope. And we got a count of 3. We did get a count of 3 as referee Gary DeRusha signaled to the timekeeper to ring the bell. DeRusha did not see that Candi Devine had that leg draped over the bottom rope strand. We will get a chance to take a look at it again, as here you have Sherri Martel with the championship belt, which absolutely should not be.
Well, 2 people are very happy in there, Sherri Martel and the Playboy, but everybody in this arena is very annoyed right now. And probably a lot of the fans around. Here we go, watch it. We'll see it now in slow-mo, because look at this. There's a small package. Now watch this. There's where the deed was done, holding onto the rope. 1, 2, 3, and that's the way it goes. The referee, of course, does not have eyes in the back of his head. And the count was on, and the new champion, Sherri Martel.
And we will be right back.
It took me years of stretching to get this kind of flexibility. Painful stretching. Inconvenient partner stretching. But now there's a new, safer method, one that you can do anywhere and at any time by yourself, with results you can measure.
It's the Power Stretch, a biomechanical breakthrough to greater flexibility from Trico products.
With the Power Stretch, you'll kick higher, faster, and stronger, or my name isn't Superfoot.
In the Power Stretch, your muscles relax the way they should for strain-free stretching of specific muscle groups. With improvement you can measure daily. The Power Stretch features this exclusive two-stage stretching system, and it's guaranteed tough. To order your Power Stretch, call toll-free 1-800-368-2224. Order during this special karate event, and we'll give you these handsome sweats, a $29.95 value absolutely free. For your free brochure, The Power of Stretching, call toll-free 1-800-227-3800. Call now. Stretch it to the limit with Power Stretch.
Very controversial finish to the match. Any way you look at it, we have a new ladies heavyweight champion, and that is Sherri Martel. I know. With me right now, Donna, who's been doing Ringside Rumors, but you haven't done it in a while, and we have been getting cards and letters from all over the world about when you're going to do it again. First of all, let me ask you about your comments on this match.
Well, it was incredible, and unfortunately, you know, the call cannot be reversed. It's what the referee sees, and unfortunately, things like that happen. But I feel bad for Candi, but, you know, there'll be another match down the road shortly, hopefully for her.
She will certainly get a rematch. Now, let me ask you what people keep asking me. When are Ringside Rumors coming back? Soon, I hope.
Larry, next week. It'll be very quick. I've got so many rumors to tell. I've been all over the country, and very interesting things, so I'm going to let the people know what's happening out there.
All right. Anything for us right now? One quick rumor.
Well, because, you know, Sherri Martel is now representing Playboy Buddy Rose and Pretty Boy Doug Summers, her starlet as a manageress. She claims that she has had offers from Hollywood to star with some leading men out in Hollywood for major roles. But it just depends on her commitment, sir, whether she'll have time to do that or not. But we'll see.
Now it's going to be tough now that she's the champion. We'll be back.
If you just ask for a light beer,
I'll have a light.
You never know what you'll get.
That's me packing the car. Best vacation ever. Here's Rock City, Texas, L.A., all in 3 days.
A Bud Light.
Here I am in Death Valley. That's me looking for water.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste,
wait, there's more.
Ask for Bud Light, because everything else,
give me a light,
is just a light.
That's me packing the car. Best vacation.
Hey, like to play cards?
You're good.
Would you like Dutch Boy paint at a special sale price?
Wow, on sale?
Would you like this collectible antique tin? Then go to your Dutch Boy retailer right now. Get this elegant tin with 2 decks of playing cards free with each purchase of 5 gallons of Dutch Boy Super or Dirt Fighter paint. Or just pay $4.99 with any Dutch Boy purchase. An antique tin of cards in great Dutch Boy paint.
Hey, that's a big deal. $2.
Dutch Boy never lets up. He always looks good. He works hard for your money.
Powerful punching. Bruising action. On ESPN's Friday Night Fights. Each week, ESPN is your ringside seat to see today's best young boxers exchange blows. Count on championship rounds of top-ranked boxing live on ESPN.
The AWA taking the greatest wrestlers in the world on tour Sunday, June 29th, Wrestle Rock in Denver. You'll see Maserati, Molly Hatchet, Big Scott Hall, Nick Bockwinkel, Stan the Lariat Hansen, Vern Gagne, Greg Gagne, and more. Saturday, July 5th in Las Vegas at the Showboat for an ESPN Spectacular. All the stars of the AWA. Friday, July 11th in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Playboy Buddy Rose, Doug Pretty Boy Summers, Colonel DeBeers, and more. Saturday, July 12th in Milwaukee. King Kong Brody, the Midnight Rockers, Larry Zbyszko, and more. Sunday in St. Paul, July 13th. Nick Bockwinkel, Big Scott Hall, Colonel DeBeers, Larry Zbyszko. Friday, July 18th in Appleton, Curt Hennig, Big Scott Hall, the Barbarian, Jerry Blackwell. Saturday, July 19th in Chicago, Larry Zbyszko, Jerry Blackwell, the Midnight Rockers, Playboy Buddy Rose, Doug Pretty Boy Summers, Big Scott Hall, Colonel DeBeers, and more. Good seats available. Get your tickets now. With me right now, two of the Bay Area's better-known musicians. To my right, Frank Biner. To my left, Mick Gillette. Guys, great to have you here. And Frank, you're on right after the wrestling tonight.
All right, Larry, we know that. Wrestle Rock 86, all right.
Give me just a quick synopsis of your music, if you can. I know it's hard to do, but give me an idea what's it all about.
Well, we play like a brand, I'd say, rock and soul. A little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of soul, and a whole lot of feeling there, brother, I'm telling you. Play a little bit of that soul music, you know what I mean?
And that is going to be tonight right after the wrestling matches. Mick, you've been with the Stones, you've been with Huey, Tower of Power. What are you into now? What's the main thing for Mick Gillette?
I'm into Wrestle Rock. I dig the AWA. I'm a Ray Stevens fan since I was a little boy. And all the boys wrestling in there now, the Midnight Rockers, you know? We're here to kick some.
You're going to be up there with Frank tonight, right?
Oh, the Soul Patrol, the whole group is here. We got guys, Melvin Bishop's old band, the old Tower Power drummer. We got the baddest band in East Bay right now.
Frank Biner, Mick Gillette, they're on tonight, a part of it here in the Bay Area. We'll be right back.
Who is Jack Burton?
Who? Jack Burton. Me. Where's Jack? Jack! Relax, I'm here. Stacy! Yeah. You ready, Jack? I was born ready. You make one move.
Big Trouble in Little China. Rated PG-13. Starts Wednesday, July 2nd at a theater near you.
She was there to put her arms around the pool. She was there when our children hugged the shore. She was there. She was there.
She showed us the way to the greatest land on earth.
Help her light the way.
From Anheuser-Busch, happy birthday.
This next bout is one ball. There is a 20-minute time limit. Already in the ring. To my right, weighing in at 270 pounds, Jay Helm. His opponent from the island of Samoa, weighing in at 257 pounds, Jimmy the Superfly Snuka. Your referee is Rich Prince. Down to ringside to Rod Trongard and Lord James Blears.
Well, certainly one of the, and quite possibly the outstanding wrestler in the world today is that man. That is Jimmy Superfly Snuka out of the Fiji Islands. And we want to say a very big thank you for the great coverage for Wrestle Rock here in Oakland, California that has been given by the Daily Ledger in Antioch. Also the Daily Review out of San Leandro, San Lorenzo, Hayward, Union City. John Simmons, the assistant sports editor of the Oakland Tribune, and his coverage. And the San Francisco Chronicle and Art Rosenbaum and his coverage. This is the Superfly. This is the man they come from not only miles, but states and countries to see, coast to coast, border to border, shore to shore, nation to nation. And he is going against Jay York at 270 pounds. And I know you know a lot more about Jimmy Superfly Snuka than I do, Lord James Blears.
Well, he stands in the ring. He stands tall. And it's, folks, if you're near your refrigerators, now you better go and get your six-pack, whatever you're drinking, and a sandwich. Get it ready and settle down, because don't miss this match. This, along with the others. But this is going to be what they say in England, a real Bobby Dazzler. And it's the same all over the world as Jay York goes to town on the Superfly.
Jay York with a Pearl Harbor attack on the Superfly. And I guess that's what we can expect. But expect the unexpected, if you will, out of Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Watch him work. Watch him very, very closely. Certainly, he is one that you will never, ever forget. And I'm sure you have seen him time and time again in the past, and you marvel at what he is able to do.
Wait, Bob, ask him. This man is a man who was the first man to ever leap from the top ropes onto his opponent. He's been tried to be imitated, but never duplicated, as some of the wrestlers would say. That's called a bolt and three-quarters on the neck. It cuts up the supply of blood to the brain. It's across the carotid artery. It's a sort of a semi-reverse sleeper hold. It's not a full-on sleeper hold. There's Jay York, big, rugged, and tough, 6'4". He's telling the referee, ask him, and if he wants to give up, we can go home. But not the Superfly. Jimmy Snuka, top rugby player from Fiji, now one of the world's greatest wrestlers.
Tremendous camera work, directed by Mike Shields. This, of course, is the AWA and coast to coast and nation to nation. The U.S., Canada, the Soviet Union, Europe, Australia, Japan, the Major League of Professional Wrestling, and it's all right here on ESPN, the Total Sports Network. As right now, Jay York has Jimmy Superfly Snuka pretty well tied up, and he has him in quite a bit of pain, as you can see by the close-up expression on the face of the man from the Fiji Islands, the 247-pounder, the Superfly, and you will see him fly as this match wears on.
Jimmy Snuka, he's a man who will wrestle. He will just wait his time. He's not in any big hurry ever. You see him, he never leaps around the ring wasting energy. He conserves his energy, and then when he's ready to unleash his attack, he will. And the fans are going absolutely wild here in the arena. They want their hero, Superfly Snuka, to give him, that means attack, but he is going to wait his time. He is not going to do anything. We don't know what's going to happen, but knowing Snuka as I do. And now the body scissors applied by Jay York, big, long, rangy, and tough. He's got that hold. He elected to do this, possibly his tactics to get one good hold on Snuka and wear him down. If he were to beat Snuka in this arena, oh, he's changed the hold. That could be a mistake. No, he grabs it again.
270 pounds, and as you said earlier, Lord James Clear, a big man is 200 pounds. Here you've got 270-pound Jay York applying all kinds of pressure and punishment to the Superfly.
And Jay York is bone and muscle. And the Superfly is all muscle. Let's watch this now. Up in the air. He goes all the way over. He grabs his man now. Hooks him. Not wrestling in any boots. He's got those bare, tough feet, as most islanders wrestle in bare feet. They are not there because they're as tough as any leather. Holding on now. Digging the fingers into the back of the neck of Jay York. It's Jimmy Superfly Snuka, a man who's known all over the world. Oh! Up in the air. Puts him down on the Okoli once again.
Applying some of the same punishment to Jay York that he, the Superfly, was forced to absorb here a few minutes ago. Legs of steel. And there you see a close-up of Jay York.
It's amazing today. The cameras can go in. You can see the whites of their eyes. The pain on the face.
But as has been mentioned before, there is not going to be an instant replay relative to a final decision. We saw the match just a few minutes ago. Sherri Martel and Candi Devine, a match where Sherri Martel grabbed the second rope. The referee did not see it and gave the pinfall and the victory to Sherri Martel and the championship belt along with it. There you see the Superfly. Good close-up. Mike Shields really doing his job in #1 fashion in that truck here tonight as you get the absolute maximum out of your television picture. And you're just in that ring right along with Jay York and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Look at that expression on York's face.
And actually, even as watching a match. You can actually feel the pain yourself. The wrestling fans, they're the ones, you know, Rod, who give a lot of the wrestlers their nicknames or their names. I believe Superfly was given to Jimmy Snuka because of some wrestling fan called him that. Everybody started doing it. The wrestling fans really mean a lot to the wrestler's career. Okay, it's a single toe hold on Jimmy Snuka now, applied by the big Alaskan, Jay York. The referee's in close. It's been a wrestling match. There's not been much flying around. They've been tight on the mat, and they're in the ropes now. The referee will have to break it.
Jimmy Snuka could have done that earlier. He could have broken the hold if he would have wanted to. But Jimmy Snuka does not happen to be that kind of a wrestler. The action fast and furious as Jimmy Superfly Snuka out of the Fiji Islands, hooking up with Jay York here at the Kaiser Convention Center, live on ESPN in Oakland, California. Nice move there by Jay York as Jimmy Superfly Snuka finds himself flat on his back again.
That's a nice rolling takedown, head over, spin over the head, down on the mat. And the big Jay York is using his legs a lot on Jimmy Snuka. He's trying to wear him down. That's an arm stretch on the mat. You don't see that very much these days. It's a very punishing hold. You can see the shoe jammed into the ear and the neck. And again, the carotid artery. If you can hook it in there. The other foot under the armpit, hauling back on the wrist and the elbow. It's a very punishing hold.
The wrist, the elbow, the shoulder all must take a great deal of punishment in this particular maneuver as Jimmy Snuka tries to power his way to his feet and try to walk on over and through and out of this hold. Let's see if he can do it. No, not this time.
Oh, down he goes again, and I'm enjoying this match. This is wrestling. How does a headlock? Jimmy Snuka grabs that big, tough headlock.
Very, very quick work, quick maneuvers, quick moves by both of these men here tonight as, again, is York, who has really been on the attack for the greater part of this match. And having taken the play away from Jimmy Superfly Snuka, now he drapes that head across the ropes and brings him back into the center of the ring. Oh, the big flying drop kick by Jimmy Superfly Snuka, who I believe is just about ready to go. A shot to the throat. Snuka lost hold of that wrist. Now he fires back again with a forearm smash, and across the ring goes Jay York in a bad, bad way, and he's starting to come back. A reversal. Look at Jimmy Superfly Snuka coming off that top rope with a flying twist and a hook of the leg, and it's down to 1, 2, and 3, and Jimmy, the Superfly Snuka, has done it again here on All-Star Wrestling on ESPN.
And he sure did, Rod. He just did it the right way. He just waited his time. He didn't get ruffled. He used all basic wrestling moves, leaped on the top rope, did a reverse spin in the air, dived on his man and held him. Here he goes. Watch him now.
He comes.
Beautiful body block right across. Covers his man.
Jim Gabbard. If you're here, you need to see you at the ringside.
That's it. Jimmy Superfly Snuka has another W in a long list of W. We'll be right back.
You know, a big wheeler dealer like me has to keep up on the action. The players, who's hot, who's not. And what's a better deal than picking up a copy of Sports Illustrated? You see, Sports Illustrated...
Excuse me, sir, but I got a better deal.
Yeah, kid, right. I'll handle this. You see, Sports Illustrated gives me more than just stats and scores. I get the feeling of what it's like to hit a brick wall at 30 miles an hour. How it feels to look down the barrel of a loaded gun. To lose a tough one. And how it feels to win it all. That's what Sports Illustrated gives me.
Well, Sports Illustrated gave me this NFL Follies video cassette. Free with my paid subscription. It's 44 minutes of fumbles, foolery, and follies. It makes a great gift, and it's free.
Free? Come on, kid. This is America. Nobody gives you something for nothing.
Okay, free for subscribing to Sports Illustrated.
Aha!
Ah, but that's just the half of it. I get Sports Illustrated for less than one-half your newsstand price. 27 action-packed weeks of football, baseball, basketball, and more delivered right to your door for 3 installments of just $9.79 each. That's more than 50% off. Subscribe now and you get the College and Pro Football Spectacular. Plus, you get this handy NFL schedule free, and you get the famous swimsuit issue uncovering what truly is man's favorite spectator sport. Phones are open now. Just call this toll-free number and you get the whole deal. You can even use your credit card.
Okay, let's get this straight. They get a 50% savings. The schedule, the football spectacular, the swimsuit issue, and the free NFL tape. Now, see, kid? That's a great deal.
Gee, sir, you're right.
Yeah.
Get the savings, get the special issues, get the NFL schedule, get the video cassette.
Oh, Sports Illustrated? I want to renegotiate.
Sports Illustrated. Get the feeling.
ESPN viewers, call now, 1-800-541-9000.
Another victory for the man from Samoa, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Jimmy, yes, you can applaud this great wrestler, yes. Recently, tag team matches, you and Greg Gagne, so extremely successful.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Greg Gagne has been born in this part of the country. Of course, the father has been a great wrestler in his time. Greg Gagne, brother, any help at any time, the brother will be right behind you.
And also, of course, your pursuit of Stan the Lariat Hansen for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Well, brother, I haven't been wrestling for a while, but ladies and gentlemen, it sure is nice to be back again in this ring circle. But like I said, we got to start from the bottom, and believe you me, that's where I'm going to start, and I am rushing to the point, brother.
Thank you, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. An incredible victory over the Alaskan Jay York. Jimmy the Superfly Snuka. More incredible wrestling action coming up right here on ESPN.
Lyle Alzado just got tough.
Because I started using Tegrin medicated shampoo and stopped using Head and Shoulders. No more pretty shampoo for me. Tegrin's tough. 4 times tough. It's got a special ingredient that tackles not only your everyday dandruff, but all 4 major causes of flaking and itching. Tegrin does more than Head and Shoulders ever could. So for a man's...
And a woman's...
tough defense against dandruff. Get 4 times tough with Tegrin medicated shampoo.
Each day, an awful lot of paper lands on your desk. So should the Wall Street Journal. After all, information is in power. Knowing where to find it is.
Call 800-372-3000 for this special introductory offer. 13 weeks for just $29.50 with a money-back guarantee. 13 weeks, $29.50. Phone 800-372-3000 now for the Wall Street Journal.
1980, Montreal's Olympic Stadium. The reigning world welterweight champion took on the man with hands of stone. From the first round to the final bell, Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran went at each other non-stop in one of boxing's classic brawls. Super Bouts, Wednesday on ESPN.
With me now, a man who has held the AWA Heavyweight Championship 3 times, and who later tonight, live, right here on ESPN, will battle it out with the Barbarian, Nick Bockwinkel. There's no doubt about it. Whoever wins tonight has to be considered the #1 contender.
Well, there's no question about it. Now, most of the fans here just now, before we went on the air, were chanting and screaming number 4. And I'm going to be very honest. I'm one of the veterans. I'm one of the senior members of what's going on in my sport. And I've had the good fortune to be able to stay in shape. And I've kept my weight the same. And I have known over the years how to fight nasty, dirty, bend the rules, and cheat. And I'm not embarrassed, and I'm not going to apologize for anything I've done in the past. And I'm going to say this. There's nothing the Sheik wants more than to be able to somehow get his hands on the heavyweight championship of the world and run it back to the Arab countries. And I've got to stop this man, because the winner of this match here tonight will very, very likely be given very high consideration by the championship committee.
Nick Bockwinkel against the Barbarian coming up tonight.
You know, the last time I visited the Statue of Liberty, my father brought me when I was just a boy. This lady's going to look good as new. thanks to donations from patriotic Americans everywhere. And that's why I got this genuine diamond belt buckle commemorating the statue's 100th birthday directly from the Hammond Mint.
The Statue of Liberty gold and silver commemorative diamond belt buckle is layered in 24-karat gold on solid silver plate with a hand-cut and polished quarter-point genuine diamond set in her torch. The statue and skyline of New York stand out in bold relief thanks to the exquisite detail work by New England master craftsmen. Collectors, once the dies have been retired, this diamond, gold, and silver commemorative will become a part of history. Each individually numbered Liberty commemorative belt buckle struck during the strictly limited minting will be officially registered with the Hammond International Mint, which will donate a portion of every purchase to the official New York Statue of Liberty Celebration Foundation on your behalf. You take an active personal part in restoring America's most beloved symbol of freedom. Registry numbers are issued in the order they are received. The highly coveted lower serial numbers will go first, so please be certain to order yours promptly. To assure your total satisfaction, the Hammond Mint agrees to repurchase your Liberty commemorative buckle at its current purchase price anytime within 12 full months. Call this toll-free number now, and if you use your credit card, you'll also get a 24-karat gold-layered ingot at no additional cost. This gleaming ingot is a miniature replica of your diamond buckle with raised statue, skyline, and banner. Or send check or money order to the Hammond International Mint at this address. Each Liberty commemorative buckle comes in its own presentation case, serially numbered with a certificate of authenticity. This unique minting will occur only once, never available to the American public again. Call or write the Hammond Mint today. Due to the fluctuation of gold, silver, and diamonds on international markets, the Hammond Mint can guarantee our current prices for the next 30 days only. So please do not delay your order.
This next bout is one fall. There is a 30-minute time limit in the ring. And to my right, from Beverly Hills, California, weighing in at 247 pounds, Nick Bockwinkel. His opponent, brought to the ring by his manager, Sheik Adnan LKC, and accompanied by his tag team partner, Boris Zukov. He weighs in at 318 pounds. He is Nord, the Barbarian. Your referee is Gary DeRusha. Down to ringside, Rod Trongard and Greg Gagne.
Well, needless to say that this is going to be a war from the very, very beginning. A war is made up of many, many battles. And Greg Gagne, it's nice to have you alongside me. You have been in the ring against Nick Bockwinkel. You certainly know better than anyone what we can expect in this one. I've got a pretty good idea, but you know better than anyone else.
This should be a very physical contest, Rod, and thank you for inviting me down here tonight. And I want to say hello to all the good fans in Brainerd, Minnesota up at Camp Confidence and apologize for not being there this year. But we're out here for this big one. Nick Bockwinkel wanting championship number 4. He's going to have his opportunity tomorrow night in Denver. Nord the Barbarian would like to stop him tonight.
And Greg Gagne has mentioned tomorrow night in his Wrestle Rock at McNichol Arena in Denver, Colorado. And Nick Bockwinkel is using his quickness, his agility, and putting it to great work, taking advantage of it against the bigger Barbarian. 318 pounds, the Barbarian, and 247, Nick Bockwinkel. A couple of real giants in there, and this should be a classic from start to finish. Bockwinkel, of course, watched that AWA Championship belt back in the worst way.
Well, like we said, Roddy, he'll have his opportunity tomorrow night, and he could be wrestling either Jerry Blackwell or Stan Hansen, depending on the outcome of that match tonight. Here's a great arm drag takedown by Bockwinkel. He's frustrating the Barbarian by moving under him, getting the Barbarian off balance, and then shooting that arm drag in there. As you can see, the experience of Nick Bockwinkel paying off.
And, of course, there are a couple of other people that Nick Bockwinkel has to pay attention to as well. Oh, wow.
Look at the strength of this Barbarian, Rod.
Oh, my. Excellent camera work as you saw the expression on Nick Bockwinkel's face as the Barbarian hoisted him up literally by his neck. And as I was saying before, a couple of other people that Nick Bockwinkel has to keep in mind are Sheik Adnan El-Casey and Boris Zukov, who are at ringside and their presence may indeed be felt before this one is all over. They hook up again, and here's a side headlock by Nick Bockwinkel on the Barbarian.
Look at the strength of the Barbarian now. And Bockwinkel, 247, 252 pounds, taking Barbarian over with that side headlock. But as you said, with Boris Zukov and Sheik Adnan El-Casey out there in the corner, no man knows better than Nick Bockwinkel. For many, many years, he had a manager at his side. And we know the outcome of matches when Bockwinkel had that manager. So if anybody should know how to work around Sheik Adnan El-Casey and Boris Zukov, it should be Nick Bockwinkel.
You see the side headlock there, which Bockwinkel has on the Barbarian. Now you see Sheik Adnan El-Casey roaming around the ring, back to the center of the action, in the squared circle, and there's Bockwinkel coming off. Ooh. And a hard shoulder block. Actually, Bockwinkel was going to apply the shoulder block, but giving away the weight that he does, the Barbarian was able to stand his ground in the center of the ring.
Well, the Barbarian, a younger man, and tremendous strength, and Bockwinkel caught off guard there, I think, underestimating the strength of the Barbarian. Now, Bockwinkel, as you know, is experienced and a great, great wrestler in his own right, and he's going to have to find a way to get around the Barbarian's big size. Again.
Shoulder block. And the Barbarian standing tall and standing strong in the center of that ring as you get a good close-up.
You can feel the intensity around ringside here building in this match. These two athletes, those collisions we can hear at ringside are tremendous shots by Bockwinkel and the Barbarian.
And I certainly feel the intensity whenever Sheik Adnan El-Casey comes rolling around as he was just next to us. And you see him there just about 5-6 feet away from Greg Gagne. And they have been in the ring before. And so has Greg's father, Bern, been in the ring against Sheik Adnan El-Casey, almost ending Casey's career after Casey almost did the same thing to Bern in a previous match. Oh, my. The arm could just about pop out of the socket in 3 different places. There is a heavy knee drop and a hard knee drop to the shoulder and an arm bar now by the Barbarian here from Kaiser Convention Center in Oakland, California.
We look at the Barbarian there, and he's a very agile athlete for 6'7" and 318 pounds. I haven't seen too many men move in the ring or on the football field with that size and the agility that this man has. And he's going to be a tough one here in the AWA and could be one of the leading contenders for that World's Heavyweight Champion, whether Hansen, Blackwell, or Bockwinkel has it.
Look at the disgust and the disdain on the face of the Barbarian. That last move, which the Barbarian put on Bockwinkel, lifting him about 5 feet off the canvas and hanging onto the arm to do it, could just about pop that arm in 2 or 3 different places. And he goes to work on it again. Take a look at that arm at the elbow being hyperextended. There has to be a lot of pressure and a lot of pain there, Greg Gagne. Well, you certainly would know.
There definitely is, and Bockwinkel has to get up to his feet like he was, but the Barbarian, when he got the referee out of position, did pull Nick Bockwinkel down by the hair. The referee is instructed by AWA President Stanley Blackburn. He can only call what he sees.
And Stanley Blackburn is in attendance here tonight at the Kaiser Convention Center. Again, the hair, and again, Gary DeRusha did not see it, and again, he cannot call it. Of course, he can ask, but we all know what the answer is going to be from the Barbarian and company.
The more I see the Barbarian in action, the more experience he's getting in the ring, the tougher he is going to be to handle in there. At a younger stage in his career here, you could get him to make some mistakes, but he seems to be making less and less mistakes each time he steps in the ring. And when that happens, he's going to be a handful for any man that steps into there with him.
And, of course, he has to be making that kind of progress, or he wouldn't really fare too well against the man of the experience of Nick Bockwinkel, who grabs the hair himself.
And the Sheik wouldn't hire anyone under contract that couldn't hold his own in that ring. We know what the Sheik wants. He wants a World's Heavyweight Championship or the Tag Team Championships to take back to Baghdad, Iraq.
Nick Bockwinkel has said prior to the start of this match that he indeed is going to do everything he can to preclude that from happening, meaning getting a victory here tonight. But he certainly has his work cut out for him. Excellent camera work here. It's right in your living room, ladies and gentlemen. You get a tremendous look-see, and there is Sheik Adnan El-Casey in the foreground, leader of the army, as he is called, as in the ring. You have the Barbarian having back Bockwinkel to the corner, bombs away with a forearm smash, and then to the back after a knee to the midsection. Bockwinkel taking a lot of punishment now as you have the hammerlock, and across the ring he goes, and crashing into that turnbuckle with the arm and the shoulder.
The Barbarian hurting that arm of Bockwinkel earlier in the match, and now right back on it. This again shows the experience that the Barbarian is getting in the ring. He's got a weak point on Bockwinkel, and he's staying on it, Rod.
And drilling and hammering and clubbing away.
Listen to these fans. Look at the banners, American flag. Everybody chanting USA. They want Bockwinkel to come back from this. I don't know if he can or not, Rod.
Again, across the ring he goes. Bockwinkel gets out of the way. Just in time. Very, very quickly. The move, and it had to be a quick move on the part of Nick Bockwinkel. The Barbarian went crashing into the top turnbuckle. Bockwinkel now sensing that he might have his man in trouble. Quickly goes to the attack and rings that arm. Takes it over the top rope and comes down on it and just about pops it out the top side. Bockwinkel now taking his man to the corner, to the post, and wrapping that arm around the steel ring post. Not once, but twice. Bockwinkel again, 3 times on that ring post. Bockwinkel has a 10 count to get back in before disqualification, and he just so barely made it. He may have totally immobilized the left arm of the Barbarian, but the Barbarian still has the right, and he caught him in the midsection. Bockwinkel fires back, and the Barbarian comes back with a hard right hand, a forearm, a smash across the top shoulders, and here is the body slam, the Barbarian on Nick Bockwinkel.
Look at the strength of the Barbarian. As we know, and he's been heard around town, that he bench presses over 500 pounds and presses over 300 over his head. He picked Bockwinkel up like a sack of potatoes and slammed him to that mat. He's got Bockwinkel in a lot of trouble, Brad.
318 pounds for the Barbarian, 247 for Nick Bockwinkel, who lays face first across that bottom rope, and then comes the boot of the Barbarian across the back of his head, and that doesn't help the predicament that Nick Bockwinkel is in at all at this particular time. Bockwinkel is going to have to find a way to come out of it, and come out of it very, very quickly. The Barbarian has youth on his side, hammers away with a judo shot to the chest and to the neck area, and a hard smash to the back. And now he's going to take him across the ring, has a hold of the hair, bounces that head off that top turnbuckle, and Bockwinkel is taking a lot of punishment here at this point in time. Greg Gagne, can he hang in there?
I don't know, Rod. I think Bockwinkel, going back here a little bit, his mistake was when the Barbarian, when he had Barbarian's shoulder hurt, he started getting in the ring and punching it out with him, and I don't feel that's the way to go with the Barbarian.
And they exchange right hands, and now you have Bockwinkel with his head pinned between the legs of the Barbarian, and we'll have to see what happens. A good close-up there.
He's got the tights of Nick Bockwinkel, apparently trying to pick him up for a pile driver. Bockwinkel's got that ankle blocked and the shoulder into the knee. He could get the advantage here on the Barbarian.
Trying to kick that right leg out from under the Barbarian twice, 3 times, and it did not work. And, oh, wow! A split scissors by the Barbarian down on that canvas, and that could create a lot of problems for the 318-pounder. Bockwinkel going to work on the left leg, the left knee of the Barbarian. He has it across that lower rope strand, and 247 pounds, giving away 50 pounds.
Here goes Bockwinkel with the finger up, going for that figure 4 leg lock, and could not lock it in. Could not lock it in on the Barbarian.
It looked like Bockwinkel, if he could have locked it in, would have had the man in a submission position. But now it is Bockwinkel between ropes 1 and 2, the top rope and the center rope. Tossed out of that ring. You see him shaking his head, trying to get it back and get back in here. But here the Barbarian comes over, and the count of Gary DeRusha will start all over again. Bockwinkel is back in at the count of 2, but takes a tremendous sledgehammer blow from the Barbarian. First across the back, now across the pectoral muscles of the chest. 3 times the Barbarian hammers away, clubs his man, trying to drive him into submission.
I have a feeling, Rod, that Bockwinkel was concentrating so much on his match tomorrow night in Denver for the championship that he just did not put everything into this match with the Barbarian, and maybe took him a little bit too lightly. But the Barbarian definitely has the advantage. Bockwinkel can't seem to close on him when he does have the Barbarian in trouble.
And here's a reversal with Bockwinkel sending the Barbarian to the corner. A big back body drop, and the Barbarian, 318 pounds, comes from 7 feet in the air. And here is a drop kick up and over and out of the ring goes the Barbarian.
Bockwinkel can stay on him now, the tables could turn here. He has got to get the advantage over Nord the Barbarian. He went for a head scissors there, but the Barbarian kind of flipped himself in to get out of the way of that.
Bockwinkel on the attack, and that's what he has got to be. Here is the Bockwinkel sleeper as they close off the carotid artery, and you have been in this and you have applied it. You have maintained for years that the Bockwinkel sleeper is a chokehold. Is it indeed?
Well, he has at times, many times in matches with us, used it as a chokehold. She got on Casey up on the apron here. Nord, the Barbarian, trying to get to the ropes.
And he
better look out. She went to take a shot at Bockwinkel, and it backfired on him. Nord the Barbarian doesn't know where he is. Bockwinkel better look out. Oh! That big size 14 of Nord the Barbarian in the face of Bockwinkel.
1, 2, and 3, and it is all
Bockwinkel. Nord the Barbarian, your winner. Nick Bockwinkel, it backfired on him. Had control of the Barbarian with the sleeper hold, and 3 count, the referee says it's over. The Barbarian a winner with the aid of that bottom rope. He had a hold of that when he pinned Bockwinkel.
And also the aid of Sheik Adnan El Casey. But that more or less was Bockwinkel's downfall as he paid just a bit too much attention to Sheik Adnan El Casey, which allowed the Barbarian to come in and put him away. We'll be right back after these important messages.
I'm here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate New Finish, the once-a-year car polish. Simply wipe it on and wipe it off. There's no rubbing, no buffing. Look how New Finish restored a deep, hard shine to even this weather-beaten old car. You see, New Finish is not a wax. It's a space-age polymer formula that shines better and lasts longer. And here's proof. An independent laboratory tested New Finish against several leading brands of car polish. After simulating a full year of punishing weather, New Finish had the highest gloss and actually retained 90% of its original shine. Next, we polished this car with New Finish and ran it through 52 car washes. After all the harsh detergents and scrubbing, the water still beads. You'll find New Finish is great for fiberglass boats, too. So get New Finish, the once-a-year car polish. And between polishings, use New Finish Poly Car Wash to clean your car. It's specially formulated to help preserve and maintain your car's finish.
New Finish, only at these and other fine stores.
Come on in. And a couple of more musicians from the Bay Area here. I want to talk to Zach, Darius. Great to have you guys here. Let's talk about your career. You've been with some of the best ones. You've worked with Huey, you've worked with Chuck Berry, and that pretty well covers the rock and roll specter.
Yeah, we played with a lot of different groups, Tower of Power. We've also done some things with Cold Blood and some other various groups around the Bay Area, and we've been doing it for a long time.
What do you play? I don't know.
I'm a saxophone player, and I've been doing that for about 10 years, and we really like to thank the AWA for having us here.
Well, I've seen you several times. I just can't quite associate it. You guys work with various bands in various places all over the country.
Sure. Absolutely. Anybody wants to pay us, we'll work for them.
Who's the best? Who's the most interesting performer you ever had to get up on the stage? I mean, when you guys have played with them all, who's the most interesting? Not the best. I don't want to get you in trouble, but who's the most interesting?
Well, Tower of Power was the most fun. Certainly a musician's band. Most fun to play with. The best band in the world. And, of course, Frankie B tonight is certainly the most happening guy. One of the, God.
You're going to be on stage tonight, and I forgot to mention that, with Frank Biner and the Soul Patrol. And again, we got Zach, we got Darius, we got Frank Biner, and we got more great wrestling action after this.
You wake up with those red eyes. You can't hide the red in your eyes.
Wake up to Visine. More people trust Visine with tetrahydrozoline to get the red out of irritated eyes, so eyes look and feel fabulous for hours.
Visine eyes, Visine eyes. They'll see beyond your beautiful Visine eyes.
Wake up to Visine. It gets the red out.
3 years ago, Lucite painted my house, part of a nationwide test. Lucite housed and trim against 5 other leading brands. This brand is already cracking. This one's even worse. And here's Lucite. Still looks great.
Lucite's exclusive formula resists cracking and peeling much longer, so you don't need to paint as often.
Soon as this test is over with, I'm painting the whole place with Lucite.
Lucite. The paint that lasts and lasts.
In this corner with Larry Zbyszko, live from the Henry J. Kaiser Convention Center. We'll be back to the wrestling action in a moment. In this corner, your very own Spegman, and your guest tonight, none other than Greg Gagne.
Yeah, you know, it seems fitting that Greg Gagne is going to be on this show because of something that just recently happened. You know, him, Greg Gagne, his hired thug Scott LaDuga, Bockwell conspiracy, it's all coming to light in view of the public, and no one can deny that they're all after me. So we're going to have Greg Gagne out here and find out exactly what he's made of.
I want to bring Greg Gagne out here right now if I can, Greg. Now, you just heard what Mr. Zbyszko had to say. Greg Gagne, ladies and gentlemen.
Very hard to sit out here with Mr. Larry Zbyszko tonight after a couple things have happened to us in the past. And I'm telling you, the only reason I'm out here is because I conduct myself like a professional, unlike you, Mr. Zbyszko.
I conduct myself as a professional much better than you can, but why don't you, talk to these people and tell them, come on. Let's bring it out to the open, Greg. Bockwinkel, you want that championship as much as I do. You want to grow up and you want to prove to Daddy that you're just as good as he wanted his son to be. Well, you're not going to get in my way, you Bockwinkel ought to do.
You know, your whole life, you've been living behind a legend, Bruno Sammartino. You wanted to grow up and be like Bruno Sammartino, and you have failed, young man. You have failed.
As good as me. Sammartino's not the technician I am. I'm the greatest wrestler in America today.
We're going to roll the tape so you can see what has happened between these two gentlemen. That incident taking place at the Civic Center in St. Paul not long ago.
You know, Larry Zbyszko, you come out here and say what a great wrestler you are. If that's the case, why do you need a man like Go? You were embarrassed in that match there, came in with Go.
Here it is. Are you out here telling the people that, the AWA Championship Committee threw an earthquake Ferris, threw in a ringer? They didn't put Go in the ring, did they, Greg? Who do a new punch? Some upcoming start was an even match. It was 2 against 1. He wasn't there. They're accusing me of a conspiracy. Why don't you come out and say, hey, it's not my problem you want to prove something to your old man, but you and Bockwinkel and LaDuga.
We'll be back with wrestling action after this. Wait a minute.
You know, a big wheeler dealer like me has to keep up on sports. And what's a better deal than picking up a copy of Sports Illustrated? You see...
Sir, I got a better deal.
Right, kid. You see, Sports Illustrated gives me the feeling
Sports Illustrated gave me this Football Follies video cassette. 44 minutes of football's funniest moments. And it's free with my paid subscription.
Free? Come on.
I also got 1/2 off your newsstand price. 27 action-packed weeks for 3 installments of just $9.79 each. Plus, I get their famous swimsuit issue and this NFL schedule. Free. Just call this toll-free number. You can even use your credit card.
Okay, let's get this straight. They get over 50% off the special issues, the schedule, and the free NFL tape. Now, see, kid? That's a great deal.
Gee, sir, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, Sports Illustrated? I want to renegotiate.
Sports Illustrated. Get the feeling.
Call now. 1-800-221-5900.
A sense of deja vu surrounds new developments in the tragic death of Brown safety Don Rogers. I'm Chris Berman. We'll have details tonight on the hour edition of the Sports Center at 11 Eastern.
This next match is for the Heavyweight Championship of the World. First of all, the challenger from Stone Mountain, Georgia. 472 pounds, Sherri Blackwell. The heavyweight champion of the world is from Borger, Texas. He weighs in at 303 pounds. He is Stan the Lariat Hansen. Your referee is Rich Frisk. Down to ringside, to Rod Trongard and Lord James.
Stan the Lariat Hansen, an absolute wild man, hammering away on ring announcer Larry Nelson before this ever gets underway. And what a match this is going to be. And earlier, already it's happened. We'll tell you about it a moment or so. But right now, it is Stan the Lariat Hansen going to the corner and hammering away. Crushing blows, first with the fist, then with the elbow on Sherri Blackwell, who fights back with all the grit and courage and stamina that is his. At 472 pounds, he headbutts the heavyweight champion of the world. Now a forearm smash sends Stan the Lariat Hansen out of the ring.
And Hansen gets back in the ring, sports fans. He's pulled in now by Blackwell. Blackwell, of course, having his ankle examined by the doctor before the match. He is wrestling on a very sore ankle, but he gamely went in that ring and he's doing fine. If the ankle holds out, everything should be hunky-dory because right now he's got the world champ outside the ring.
Lord James Clears at ringside with me as you see Sherri Blackwell looking down with total disdain on the champion, Stan the Lariat Hansen, bouncing hard right hand off the skull of Stan the Lariat Hansen. And it is, of course, Mr. Sherri Blackwell, who has been severely injured time and time again in this, the roughest of all professional sports, most recently by King Kong Brody. And then outside of the ring, he had damaged his ankle in an automobile accident, and Dr. Zbyszko out of Gainesville, Georgia, has fitted his ankle with a special orthopedic brace that he has on here tonight. As you see the blood now on the face, the forehead of Stan the Lariat Hansen, as he and Sherri Blackwell are content to do no less than just hammer away and hammer away.
That's what he's doing right and with me at ringside is Stanley Blackman, president of the AWA. Stanley, I think the world champion is the heaviest world champion we've ever had, 300 and some pounds. And have you ever seen a brawl such as this erupting in the first 2 minutes?
I've never seen two men that big move that fast, ever.
And you've seen them all?
I've seen them all, yes, sir.
Okay, and it's the world champ, Stan the Lariat Hansen. Stan the Man, they call it, bleeding from the forehead. And he misses as the big man. Still, the ankle is holding up. He's not giving any trouble with his ankle. He doesn't seem to be limping at all. And Rod, it looks good at this moment for...
It may look good for Jerry Blackwell, but it looks anything but good as blood comes streaming from the forehead and down into the eyes of the heavyweight champion of the world, Stan the Lariat Hansen, out of Borger, Texas. Earlier tonight, here on ESPN, Sherri Martel regained the ladies' AWA Championship using the ropes in a pinfall win over Candi Devine, a very startling development. And we just don't know what's going to happen in this one. Could the championship change hands, and could Jerry Blackwell be wearing the championship belt before this one is all over? Stay in there with us, ladies and gentlemen, and watch it to the bloody end, because that's exactly what it is right now. Not the end, but already bloody.
It sure is, and what's happening now, the crowd have become strangely quiet, in a way, very quiet, because even though they would like to see, I'm sure, Hansen get beat by Blackwell, the fans still, they just like a world champ, and they're very, very cautious now in which way they're going.
It was the champion, Stan the Lariat Hansen, stopping the offensive assault of Jerry Blackwell as Blackwell came charging across the ring, and Hansen brought that boot up and stopped him dead in his tracks. Hansen trying to body slam. Blackwell covers him, gets one, gets two, almost three.
Two and a half.
So very close. So very, very close. Also earlier tonight, it was the Barbarian pinning Nick Bockwinkel. And now again, it is the 472-pounder out of Stone Mountain, Georgia, trying to recapture or trying to capture the heavyweight championship from the 300-plus pound Stan the Lariat Hansen from Borger, Texas, and now he has him in a bear hug.
And the bear hug being applied by the biggest man in wrestling today, one of the biggest men. And I'm sure that Jerry Blackwell is not trying to pin his man with that bear hug if he gets it. He likes to get a submission. He's trying to bend the back and get submissions. Mr. President, we don't have too many submissions in professional wrestling today. There are more knockouts or pinfalls. But Blackwell is trying, as you can see, to make the champion submit, and that's just the same as a fall.
You could well see that tonight. It could be the way they're going now.
It sure is. And what's happening? Blackwell, he is not limping yet. Both men are physically exhausted at the moment. They're both trying to pump some oxygen through the body to rejuvenate themselves, get the muscles working. They're both big, rugged, and tough. And Hansen's in the corner. At the moment, if you were scoring points, you could say that Blackwell is slightly ahead. He's got the bear hug on Hansen now, and he's not trying to flip him over and pin him. He's trying to make Hansen submit. And this is rather unusual. A submission, of course, is what we did many years ago. We went for submissions. But then, again, the things have changed. People go for knockouts and pinfalls. But Blackwell resorting, because of the ankle, going for a submission. The ankle shows no signs of injury right now.
Jerry Blackwell tightening the vice-like grip that he has in the bear hug on Stan the Lariat Hansen at 775 pounds. Locked in brutal combat here in the ring at the Kaiser Convention Center in Oakland, California. You see the close-up look, the blood dripping, running from the forehead of Stan the Lariat Hansen, and oh my!
The referee is down. The referee is down. DeRussa is down. He was crushed, and that was... No, it's not DeRussa. Anyway, the referee is down. The stripe man is down. He was crushed in the corner. Blackwell, and how many pounds did you say that was?
775 pounds. And Blackwell has the cover here on Stan the Lariat Hansen, but the referee, who has had the wind knocked out of him, and he may be seriously injured himself. He may have some cracked ribs over there.
I think he's got his boot.
Stan the Lariat Hansen.
Wait a minute. Wait, stop this.
Oh, you heard it come crashing down on the head of Jerry Blackwell. It's like a hammer hitting a stone.
Mr. Blackburn, we should get some. Can we get another referee? Is it possible to get somebody to control this match? It's getting out of hand. There's nobody in there to prevent what's happening right now. The referee is out.
Rich Frisk is the referee who is laying on his side underneath the rope strand. As again you have the champion hammering away with that boot off his right foot onto the head of Jerry Blackwell and trying to crack his skull wide open. Oh, he has. Oh, he has indeed. It is a bloody
mess. Both men are bleeding now, Rod, as you can see. Both men are bleeding. The shoe going in there. There's got to be somebody. The referee got hit. We must get another referee. My God, there's got to be some real damage to one or the other or both men. And the referee is out. He could be badly injured. They're pounding and pounding. Here comes another referee. Okay.
Gary DeRussa, who is a lightweight compared to Stan the Lariat Hansen, comes into the ring, and he is literally thrown three-quarters of the way across the ring. DeRussa trying somehow or another to distract. He has taken a crushing knockout blow from Stan the Lariat Hansen, but now it is Jerry Blackwell who has the boot of Stan the Lariat Hansen, who is down on the floor immediately in front of us.
This is a pair 9 brawl, Rod, and one of the referees has sounded the bell. The timekeeper's rung the bell. The referees, one of them's down again. There goes Jerry's trying to come in.
Rick Frisk is the referee. Rick Frisk is the referee who has stopped this match. It is a disqualification. As you see, first of all, Stan the Lariat Hansen outside the ring, and then Jerry Blackwell inside the ring. Hansen is a bloody mess, and Blackwell is worse. He is much, much worse. I have never seen anything like this. Blackwell coming over.
Wait a minute. Watch it now. Watch it.
Stan the Lariat Hansen.
Get that man back.
You have Blackwell. You see him in your television screen. Stan the Lariat Hansen tosses the championship belt into the center of the ring.
And with the black sports fans, with all this tremendous action, here's a slow-mo of it. The big club on the head at the very beginning. And we'll be back in a moment after this important message.
Oh.
Just finished my first day at a great new job. You know where I found it? Here, in the National Business Employment Weekly. Every issue tells you about the best jobs available. Managerial, professional, technical. At top companies across the country. Top salaries from $25,000 a year to $250,000. Every issue has articles to help you land the job that's right for you. Writing a better resume. Coming across strong in interviews. Marketing yourself. Then when you get the job you want, articles that help you manage your career. Like setting career goals, salary statistics, how to ask for a raise and get it. The National Business Employment Weekly helps you get a great job, helps you do a great job. Don't make a career move without it.
Ask for the National Business Employment Weekly at your newsstand. Or if you prefer, get the next 8 issues by first-class mail for $35. Call toll-free 800-372-3000. 8 weekly issues, $35. Call 800-372-3000 now.
The winner, and still the heavyweight champion of the world, in a very controversial match, Stan the Lariat Hansen, disqualified, but the winner.
I gotta tell you, it's payday, John and Paige. I got something to bring home, and all you kids out there, y'all say no to you know what. But you know, in Denver tomorrow night, Larry Nelson, I'm gonna be bringing this belt. Nick Bockwinkel, you come on down to the Mile High City. I don't care, brother. And as for Jerry Blackwell and all these weak excuses about his little foot hurt, that's a bunch of bull as far as I'm concerned. Everybody out here knows he took my boot off, started beating me upside the head, run me down the damn ring. Does he get disqualified? Does he? No, sir. But you can rest assured one thing. Stan Hansen, brother, I'm going to beat people up I'm going to be unorthodox, and I'm going to kick ass all the way across the United States.
Stand the Lariat Hansen, still the heavyweight champion of the world. The main event coming up after this.
What do you need to make a payday?
Peanuts.
To make chocolatey payday?
Peanuts.
And how many peanuts does it take?
It takes a lot of peanuts.
It takes a lot of peanuts.
True, true.
It takes a lot of peanuts. And if you really love peanuts, you're gonna love payday too.
Regular or chocolatey.
It takes a lot of peanuts. To make a payday candy bar.
This nerd is in for a blast, a frosty Banaka blast, a quick blast of fresh breath that can send your head to places everybody dreams of going.
Is this yours?
The Banaka blast.
Only vulcanized pressure-treated lumber has the diamond label. It's your lifetime guarantee against termites and decay. Find the diamond it's worth looking for.
The AWA taking the greatest wrestlers in the world on tour Sunday, June 29th, Wrestle Rock in Denver. You'll see Maserati, Molly Hatchet, Big Scott Hall, Nick Bockwinkel, Stan the Lariat Hansen, Vern Gagne, Greg Gagne, and more. Saturday, July 5th in Las Vegas at the Showboat for an ESPN Spectacular. All the stars of the AWA. Friday, July 11th in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Playboy, Buddy Rose, Doug Pretty Boy, Summers, Colonel DeBeers, and more. Saturday, July 12th in Milwaukee. King Kong Brody, the Midnight Rockers, Larry Zbyszko, and more. Sunday in St. Paul, July 13th. Nick Bockwinkel, Big Scott Hall, Colonel DeBeers, Larry Zbyszko. Friday, July 18th in Appleton, Curt Hennig, Big Scott Hall, the Barbarian, Jerry Blackwell. Saturday, July 19th in Chicago, Larry Zbyszko, Jerry Blackwell, the Midnight Rockers, Playboy, Buddy Rose, Doug, Pretty Boy, Summers, Big Scott Hall, Colonel DeBeers, and more. Good seats available. Get your tickets now.
With me here right now, Jim Gabbert from Channel 20. Jim, great to have you here with us tonight. You have a sensational television station.
Let me tell you, this is a lot of fun here. Just watching in the Bay Area. The fans have come out tonight and everything. It's just great.
What'd you think of that championship battle we just had between Stan Hansen and Jerry Blackwell, a bloodbath and a war?
Well, I thought that was a lot of fun, except when I was sitting down there and he came tumbling down that way. One moves faster, and that much weight comes out to one.
Well, you have to, because, again, you can get hurt, and there's no getting around it. We're so proud to be associated with your station here in the Bay Area. You do a wonderful job for us and for the Bay Area as well.
Well, I want to thank you and the AWA because, you know, our association with you goes back almost over 6 or 7 years, and it's just been a phenomenal response from the Bay Area, and the matches you're doing and everything. It's just been really good, and it's a good association.
Jim Gabbert, thank you for myself and for the AWA for being here tonight, Jim. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Jim Gabbert from Channel 20, an incredible man, an incredible television station. Make no mistake about it. Wrestling action. We'll go to the ring for it. This is a 6-man tag bout. First of all, making their way to the ring area, escorted by manager Sherri Martel, the team of Alexis Smirnoff, Playboy Buddy Rose, and Doug, the Pretty Boy Summers. Again, this is a 6-man tag match. There is one fall, and there is a 45-minute time limit. Their opponent from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing 247 pounds, Curt Hennig. His tag team partners weigh in at a combined weight of 455 pounds. They are Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, the Midnight Rockers.
everybody, and it's nice to be back again with Greg Gagne. Greg, the match that we have just watched between Jerry Blackwell and Stan the Lariat Hansen is something the likes of which I have never seen before in my life.
That's right, Rod. On the way out, Stanley Blackburn grabbed me by the arm, and he said he's going back, and he's going to levy the heaviest fine he has ever levied on a professional wrestler, and that man is Stan Hansen. So back in the dressing room area right now, Stanley Blackburn with him. What that fine will be, I have no idea, but Stanley is fired up and mad, and I don't blame him for Hansen's actions out here. This one should be a lot of fireworks in this match. Rose and Summers, you know, winning the title from Curt Hennig and Big Scott Hall. The Midnight Rockers after that title, and Hennig and Hall after it. So a six-man tag here should be a wild one.
And away they go. It's Hennig and the Playboy. Oh! Back and forth, and around and up and over, and look at the drop kick from Curt Hennig, and out goes the Playboy, and Curt Hennig quickly on the attack over into the corner and taking on the pretty boy, Doug Summers, and Alexei Smirnoff all at the same time. Fireworks right from the very beginning.
Well, we knew it was going to be in this one. Hennig, the way he feels about Rose and Summers, the way the Rockers feel about him, and they've got their big shot in Denver tomorrow night at that title, and I believe they're going to take it.
And, of course, Sherri Martel is in the corner of Rose, Summers, and Smirnoff, and earlier this evening has a hard body slam on Curt Hennig, but earlier this evening, Sherri Martel won the AWA Women's Championship over Candi Devine.
Oh, boy, that's what the crowd is got the signs all over the arena here, Doughboy, and they're referring to one Playboy, Buddy Rose. You know, Rod, I'd like to refer to the tremendous slam there by Rose, and look at him opposing that body.
Yes, or whatever it is.
The AWA, you can also catch it not only on ESPN here on AWA Championship Wrestling, but syndicated throughout the country. The largest wrestling network in the world today, the AWA, the syndicated program, Vern Gagne's All-Star Wrestling. Catch that in your area. Seen all over the world.
Body slam after body slam after body slam, and Hennig is doing it all. He is helping the Midnight Rockers taking care of business. Oh, are they ever? Electricity, tremendous talent, tremendous quickness, tremendous durability. The Midnight Rockers and Curt Hennig indeed have it all. And now we're going to see Shawn Michaels come in as Curt Hennig has made the tag, and you have Alexei Smirnoff in against Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, 20 years old, and I've seen more from this young man than I've seen in any professional wrestler in a long, long time at his age. He's got more skill than, well, a lot of young athletes have.
Wow, he ran into that one. That's size 14 from Smirnoff, that's for sure, and stopped him cold and sent him back flat on his back. And here you have a tremendous crushing body slam by Smirnoff. Here he comes for the leg drop, but Shawn Michaels gets out of the way. Tag in, Playboy Doug Summers, pretty boy Doug Summers. Hard to keep these two separated. Oh, the big body drop. Holy cow. Oh,
he had to be 15 feet in the air on that one.
Wow. He was up there, and here's the atomic drop.
Oh.
And the forearm smash.
They could have him right here, Rod.
1, 2, but not 3. Not 3.
You have to give Summers and Rose a lot of credit. They don't look like much in the ring, but somehow they get the job done. A lot of durability.
Fireman's
they take
carry.
Tremendous beating.
Fireman's carry there by Marty Jannetty, but he is back to the wrong side of town. Whip across the ring. Jannetty comes up and over twice. Look at this. Can he take care of both of them? Well, not quite. I have never seen the likes.
I have not. The most exciting team in professional wrestling today, the Midnight Rockers. They'll be in Chicago, they'll be in Denver, they'll be in St. Paul, in New York, Milwaukee, Green Bay, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, San Francisco, Honolulu, England, Australia. See this team. They are exciting.
Oh, wow. A tremendous boot there to the ribcage. Smirnoff on Marty Jannetty. Up and over he goes. The suplex comes crashing down to the canvas. Marty Jannetty. Smirnoff backing off. And the diving headbutt to the side of the head of Marty Jannetty. And you were talking about the age of Shawn Michaels just a moment ago at 20. Jannetty is only 22. What tremendous talent they have. But they're going to have to dig deep right now, Greg Gagne.
Well, they're two fine athletes, and they've proved in the past that they can come back. Durability. I'm talking about Rose and Summers, the durability they have. So do the Midnight Rockers. This match going back and forth here. It's a tough one. That knee to the side of the head by Summers. I don't know if Jannetty can come back from this one or not. Summers and Rose, they work good as a team. As you can see, Rose blocking any chance for Jannetty to get to a tag.
And here, up and over. The sunset flip. Oh, I thought he had him, but he did not. Marty Jannetty trying to reach over, but it is Playboy Buddy Rose getting there first. But now the tag is made. But very, very quickly, Rose side headlock. Up and over. Shawn back and forth. The action is fast and furious. Oh, hail!
The super kick by Shawn Michaels. This could be it. Now that is speed and quickness like we have never seen before here in the AWA.
I can't believe it. And here you have a tag in. Here comes Curt Hennig from the second rope stand, crashing down onto the shoulder of Playboy Buddy Rose. The elbow smash on Rose. The cover by Hennig. But a count of 2 is all he gets. Again, Curt Hennig taking on all 3. The front face lock now by Hennig. He tags in Marty Jannetty, who rips a hard right hand to the rib cage of the Playboy.
This match back and forth, back and forth. What have we got? Oh!
First the hard shot to the midsection, then the knee lift, and a cover here by Shawn Michaels on Playboy Buddy Rose. He got a 2 count, and now a couple of fingers into the eye, and a hard right hand from Shawn Michaels. Michael off the ropes. Michael the leg drop. However, it was Rose getting out of the way just in time.
Right on the tailbone. I have never seen a match like back and forth. Just continue action here, and each team coming back from adversity.
Surge and counter surge as the side headlock now. Curt Hennig on.
Look at the agility of Smirnoff.
Wow.
And that big 14 to the side of the head of Curt Hennig. He could have Hennig now.
2 count. Whoa. Almost 3. Almost 3. Hennig.
We've seen some great moves in here by all these athletes tonight. Smirnoff going for the top rope.
Hennig is there. He got there first, however. Look at this. Look at it. Oh! Hennig off the rope. Oh! Coming down, but he took both of Smirnoff's knees to the midsection. And that's got to stop you cold.
Going for a finishing splash there on Smirnoff, thinking he had him. Smirnoff bringing those knees up, and now Hennig with the wind knocked out of him. He's in trouble. And Summers, a fresh man in on him.
Pretty boy, Doug Summers, working on, and a front drop down onto that knee. And here comes Shawn Michaels as he pulls Pretty Boy Doug Summers off. But Summers still has the advantage, but it is Hennig firing back. It's missile after missile after missile. Bombs away, first on one and then by the other.
This is the kind of action the AWA presents in every arena around the country. When the AWA comes to town, don't miss them. The greatest action in professional wrestling today, bar none.
Look at this. Look
at suplex off the top rope, an attempt by Summers, or Rose trying to attempt the suplex, Hennig blocking it.
Hard right hand, 2 of them as Rose goes crashing to the canvas. And it is Hennig. Top turnbuckle, and he came crashing down, 1 leg on each side of that steel bar. Oh, my. Now he takes boots to the back and the side of the head from Doug Summers. You've got to believe that Curt Hennig is in the worst of ways inside that squared circle, and he is on the wrong side right now. Headbutt by Summers.
They're working on that midsection now. Hennig obviously hurt. A lot of pain. Wind knocked out of him. Summers staying on the abdomen now.
And you have a front face lock here, or a half front face lock. Summers and Smirnoff coming in and ripping blows to the midsection and a boot to the head of Curt Hennig, the 245-pounder out of Robbinsdale, is taking just a ton of punishment. But look at this reversal by him. He takes Smirnoff across.
Smirnoff made the tag. The referee didn't see it, though. Summers back in.
A quick victory roll there by Curt Hennig. It looked like victory, but not quite. Side body, is it a suplex? No. Again, that front drop down on the solar plexus. Doug Summers hooks the leg, gets one, gets two, but that is all he gets. Curt Hennig cannot get over. Almost lost his trunks there. Smirnoff hanging on to the trunks. The referee somehow or another not seeing it. Now the abdominal stretch here.
Hennig reversed it. He's got it on Smirnoff.
But again, it's back in the corner, and 3 against 1. As you have now Buddy Rose with the Irish whip. However, it is Hennig hanging on, but no, it's Rose following him and putting those knees into the solar plexus. And Hennig is badly hurt. But again, it is Doug Summers now back in, and Hennig fires away with a forearm smash. Again, Hennig on the attack. A forearm here by Summers. What a battle!
Resiliency here. Yes, look at the resiliency here of Summers and of Hennig. Just battling it back and back.
They hammer away.
Marty Jannetty.
Now it is the heads of Rose and Summers that come together. Curt Hennig reaching. He has the tag. And this is Marty Jannetty taking care of business. Jannetty, first on Summers, then on Smirnoff, then on Rose. Drop kick Jannetty on Smirnoff. It is Jannetty on Doug Summers. Jannetty with the Irish whip across. Here is the quick power body slam. 1, 2, and he did not get 3. He did not get 3 as Buddy Rose came and interfered. And now you've got a 6-man battle royal going on inside that ring. All of them now.
Oh, did you hear that collision?
You could have heard it all the way to the Golden Gate Bridge. Here comes the drop kick by Curt Hennig. Summers is out of it. And here is... Oh, my! Cover. 1, 2, 3. And the Midnight Rockers and Curt Hennig have taken care of Alexei Smirnoff, Doug Summers, and Buddy Rose. But the battle continues here inside the squared circle. Look at that drop kick by Shawn Michaels as he was thrown into it, as it was Smirnoff thrown into it by Curt Hennig and Marty Jannetty.
I don't know if our cameras caught the action there. After the press slam on Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, to keep Buddy Rose out of the ring, flew over that top rope, caught Rose with a cross body block, and completely eliminated him from any way of getting into the ring. Let's watch, see if we picked it up here. Here comes the power slam, or the big press slam by Shawn Michaels. There he goes. He sees Buddy Rose over the top rope with the cross body block. Your winners, the Midnight Rockers and Curt Hennig. Woo! What action here in the AWA.
How about that?
We'll be in Denver tomorrow night. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
The victory for the Midnight Rockers and Curt Hennig in this 6-man tag battle. Curt, noticeable again. Your style changing. You become much more aggressive in the ring.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. ESPN AWA #1. The toughest wrestlers in the world are here. Yeah, I got to change in my attitude because all the people and Playboy Buddy Rose, Pretty Boy Doug Summers, and Colonel De Beers, you're bringing it out of me, so be looking for it.
Now, let's talk to the Midnight Rockers. Okay, no doubt about it. After this one, you got to be the #1 team for contention.
Just right now, I know everybody all over the country feels just the way these people in Oakland, California do right now. Buddy Rose, you're nothing but a fat jelly belly Pillsbury doughboy. Hey, we have beat you in single matches. We beat you in tag matches. And we just beat you in a 6-man tag. And I know good and well tomorrow night in Denver, the Midnight Rockers have got a title match. I know it's weighing heavy on your mind what just happened. Tomorrow night, we may have new world champions of Midnight Rockers.
Tomorrow night in Denver, chance of a lifetime.
That's right, Denver tomorrow night. Buddy Rose and Doug Summers, we beat you every way we could. And now it's for all the money, all the
all the marbles right at Denver, Colorado, brother Buddy Rose and Doug Summers. Your time as champions are over. The Doughboys are going down, and the Rockers are the new world champions.
The showdown for the Tag Team Championship of the World is coming tomorrow night in Denver between the Playboy, the Pretty Boy, and the Rockers. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Paul Horning, and football's been a big part of my life. To keep up with it, I go straight to the source, the sporting news. For my money, nothing else even comes close. Each issue covers more yardage than you get from broadcasts, newspapers, and all other sports weeklies and monthlies combined. Who's making the tackles and getting that vital third down yardage. The previews, picks, and football's hottest issues. And you'll get the same straight story on baseball, basketball, hockey, and boxing too. That's the way I like my sports coverage, and this is where I get it, in the sporting news. So can you.
Reach for your phone now and call toll-free 1-800-592-6000. You'll get 36 issues of the sporting news for 3 installments of only $5.99. You'll also get special preview issues at no extra cost. This is a savings of 1/2 off the regular subscription rate. It's our lowest price anywhere. So call now, 1-800-592-6000. That's 1-800-592-6000.
Another great night of wrestling, AWA Championship Wrestling on ESPN. And I am very proud to have been a part of this. It has been live, and it has been a thrill for each and every one of us. Now, I want to direct your attention this way. We're going to give you a taste of what Wrestle Rock is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will look towards the stage, may I present one of the hottest bands in the Bay Area today, Frank Biter and the Soul Patrol.
Let's see some wrestling. Hey, what happened to the other matches?
It doesn't, I can't announce them without them.